all right. Between the non-stop screaming and all your moaning, my head is going to explode anyway. So go ahead and do it.
Wise decision. Thou wilt not regret it. Now, thou must empty out all of thy thoughts. Allow me to move. Yes. At last I can move. Breathe. Think freely. Thou mayest continue. If anything tries to control thy mind, I will make certain they understand who is in command.
This war is looking worse and worse for us. In 10 years fighting, the Deadwalkers haven't lost a single battle. I suppose we could hide for a while. But considering what's left of Vertiel, that would be like hiding in a pile of ashes. We have to come up with some alternatives. And for now, I can only think of one. The Demon. For the moment, it's the only card we have left to play.
Thy captain is less stubborn than thee. Methinks I should perhaps have chosen him as a vessel.
He is the best weapon we have. Since he's been with me, we've beaten a Juggernaut and a Deadwalker general. He could be the thing that changes the course of this war for us.
I never know if it's you or it that's talking to me. But I feel like we have the same goals. So let's go to Carolthas. We'll link up with our brothers in arms and try to find a way to access the World Heart. I'm not going to pretend this is the best plan I've ever made. To tell you the truth, it's not even a plan. But I guess we're going to have to defer to this demon.
The Elven Sages are some of the wisest people on Vertiel. If anyone can figure out what has happened to you, they can.
It's pretty obvious what happened to me. A demon has somehow gotten into my head, and now I gotta live with it.
And this does not worry you?
All I know is, I'm a lot stronger since this demon possessed me.
For now, all you seem to care about are these newfound powers, this presence that makes you feel stronger. But what will happen if it also grows stronger? Have you noticed how much you have already changed? I fear that soon there will be little left of Vulcan. In any case, you must find out more about this thing.
There you are, at last. So, have you made your decision?
We will go together to Carolthas, but once there our paths must part. I have to find the World Heart and purify it.
I hope that you will change your mind on the way. We will need you.
It is but a stage.
It is not enough.
It is a stage. To move in haste would risk incinerating this body, and that is not what we want. Why think thee that the necromancers use their ritual spears to suck the lifeblood from the World Heart? Why think theist that not one among them can control the flame? They can but use the energy of the World Heart. We hold its power, the flame. Aside from the dragons, no fleshly vessel has ever been able to master it.
Yes, and see what good it did them? Now that I am revealed, the sorcerers will covet this power.
As do thy supposed allies. Thou shouldst beware of them, and their weakness. Let nothing stop thee from preserving thyself, lest we finish, as did the dragons.
Perhaps it is time I took things in hand.
Vulcan, have you seen something?
They use thee.
It is clear we will not travel 200 paces if we do not first slay the sentinels close to the encampment. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city and save your father.
I'm sorry, but you'll be going without the Freeborn Blades. Our mission here is completed. We will only be able to go on a reconnaissance mission. I had men in Carlthas. If they're still alive, I must do all I can to get them out. But if it's confirmed that they're dead, my company are leaving. The Red Scribes have been delivered to Carlthas. Our contract has been fulfilled.
We are only delivered outside the city gates of Caralthas, Captain. The gold that we owe you lies inside its walls.
We have brought you as close as is possible. I will not send my men to their slaughter. You are in the hands of the Elven army now, Liestas, as was promised. The fact that you failed in your mission is not my problem. You can keep your goddamn gold. There's nowhere left in this cursed region to spend it anyhow.
That is regrettable, Captain. Your experience would have been a boon to us. I can only hope you will reconsider your decision.
Some of my soldiers tell me that the Deadwalkers have taken prisoners. Perhaps your own men are amongst those unhappy souls.
Vulcan, we'll make camp close to the south gate. You go and question those lads. With a little luck, one of them might have seen something.
Understood, Captain.
Wait! Wait! There are many powerful creatures around us.
How powerful?
One of them feels too strong, even for you. The others are less able to resist you. You should start with the weaker ones and absorb their energy before taking on the big one. Do you think you can handle it?
I'll let you know after I've tried.
Be realistic. Your allies are disintegrating. You'd be better off fleeing this place.
And then what? Wait for the war to be lost? Put off dying another month or two until the Deadwalker army finds us?
You could hide yourself and learn how to control your demon. I could help you and speed your progress.
It's tempting. Yeah, why not? I'm getting a little tired of fighting for lost causes. Just let me get organized and we'll get the hell out of this town.
I cannot allow thee to simply flee. Step off of the path to the World Heart and I will kill her. I will kill thee as well if necessary.
Vulcan, are you still there? Did it speak to you?
Yeah. Seems like he's not a big fan of our plan to run away.
The need to reach its goal has grown too strong. Very well. Your demon will no doubt gain strength through combat. And this place seems the most appropriate.
I'm afraid you might be right. How well do you know Blackfrost?
Once upon a time, we were both Ice Lords.
Don't take me for a fool. There's more to it than that.
Since nothing escapes your insightful eye, Blackfrost and I were close before I lost my powers.
Close? So things got hot between two Ice Lords?
That is none of your affair.
Bastard sorcerer though he is, at least he's got good taste.
Taste had nothing whatsoever to do with it. Our relationship was purely political. This alliance could have helped us to get the upper hand over the other Ice Lords.
What screwed it up?
He betrayed me first.
I hate when that happens.
When the other Ice Lords finally noticed our strengthened connection and felt threatened by it, he reacted by sacrificing me to save his own skin. He is the one who suggested to the others that they dispossess me of my powers and leave me to live as a miserable human.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Mercenary.
Did you see any freeborn blades in Carlthas after the Deadwalkers' assault?
Any what?
Freeborn blades. Mercenaries like me.
Difficult to say if they were mercenaries, but I saw some humans, yes. Some of them got captured by the living dead, others... Anyway, I don't need to draw you a picture.
Do you know where they were taken?
Only thing I saw was that they were split into several groups. For the rest, I was too busy staying alive.
You there! Help us!
Shh, keep it down. There's still patrols around. We're looking for the other members of the Freeborn Blades. That mean anything to you?
The what? What's that?
The Freeborn Blades, a mercenary company.
Huh. Yeah, I heard of them. I think they're in the southern part of the city. That's where the king was last seen. Maybe you can find him.
You think the king is there too?
I can't be certain he's still there. Maybe he's been captured. We can only hope that he's still alive.
Prince Arundel? What are you doing here, my lord?
I followed you, Vulcan. I must save our king, with or without your aid.
There is more power lying hid in this twisted corpse than in a dozen juggernauts. I will not stand by and watch those blood-sucking necromancers steal it from me once more.
Sire, please step aside.
But what are you doing?
I'm taking back the power that was stolen from the World Heart.
How dare you? That is my father, the King of Caralthas. I have to perform the funeral rite to free his soul. Have you no respect?
Respect for him that joineth with the Deadwalkers? Ha! I think not.
We have to get back to the camp before the Deadwalkers come for us. The death of one of the Liches is bound to have gotten their attention.
I will come soon. I must first perform a ritual to free my father's soul from this unholy carcass so that it may stay with me.
I'll wait outside. The Deadwalkers will be scouring the city to find who killed their Lich. We gotta get back to the camp fast.
Dost thou feel the power of the World Heart flowing through us, since thou didst absorb the Lich?
I feel a little stronger, but it's not enough.
Yes, it is far from over. This power comes straight from the Necromancers, who sucked it from the World Heart. We must starve them.
Vulcan? Hey, are you still there, Vulcan? Or am I talking to the demon that's taken control of my Powder Man?
I am me. And more than me. That's what counts.
I suppose you're right. I don't really care what you are at this stage. The only thing I need to know is whether I can count on you, or whether I should put you out of your misery right now.
We have common interests, and the same enemies. In as far as I happen to have inside me our only hope of victory, killing me would seem to be a pretty stupid strategy. What's more, I'm not even sure you could.
Don't get smart with me, Vulcan.
The Knight would like to discuss something that has been troubling him. He would like to understand what his friend hoped to accomplish using the body of the Elven King.
The body was overflowing with magic power. I took that power, and it made me stronger.
Ah, taking the enemy's strength and using it against him. The Knight understands this strategy and approves of it.
You seem to have evolved. We may at last be able to have an interesting discussion.
What do you want?
Quite simply, an exchange of experiences from one superior entity to another.
I am not certain I know what you mean.
You are using a human body as a host, just as I am, though the condition of mine is somewhat worse. What is your degree of control? Your feeling? What have you tried? Do you still feel the need to satisfy your human's desires?
It's more like coexistence. Vulcan is still most present. I have need of its human experience. Some aspects of this flesh existence are still strange to me. I understand not why we tarry here giving help to this one or that one, when we know that we must go to the World Heart.
You see, humans, when you get down to it, are rather like ants. They have to scurry around all the time to feel alive, to give themselves a sense of purpose, and they live in groups, of course. If one combines these facts, one can see that they actually need to rush about here and there helping one another. Despite the fact, of course, that those they are helping are about as important from an overall perspective as the ants that we spoke of initially.
Oh my, you don't look so good. Something jamming up your pipes? Perhaps you should consider an enema.
I'm just fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, not to be disagreeable, but perhaps you should start worrying about it.
Vulcan, we will need you, and your extraordinary abilities. We have to send a small group to open the city gates. I'm counting on you. I know that you can be stealthy and incredibly effective. A few soldiers will be going with you. This is our best chance. Black Frost doesn't seem to be here anymore, and most of his forces went with him.
This prince is a stupid dreamer, but a useful one. If he attacks, he will draw the necromancer's eye, clearing the way for us.
All right, count me in on this mission, but nothing more. I don't intend to take part in the fighting to retake the city, but your last stand coincides with my objectives. Black Frost should find your army fascinating. He'll send a large part of his troops against you, and he might even show up in person. And as it appears that his realm is one of the paths to the World Heart, that'll clear the path for me.
I would have preferred more assistance, but that'll have to do. This will be a magnificent battle.
If you say so.
Thou knowest that Black Frost's palace will take us to the World Heart, yet still thou dost waste thy time in vain battles. Thy stupidity knows no bounds.
The knight would like to talk to his friend about an ancient ritual. For it is said that wisdom and strength often reveal themselves through the mists of time.
A ritual? Considering what happened to me the last time I was at one of those, I should probably listen to you. So what's it about?
Where the knight comes from, the bravest warriors are permitted to take part in a dangerous but powerful rite. They must search for special ingredients to make a potion for themselves that they then drink. Only the very strong survive. But if they live, they gain the experience and skills of many warriors long dead, and thus each of their blows becomes more deadly.
And you did this? This potion?
Yes. The knight accomplished this ritual many years ago, and he carries within him the wisdom of all the great warriors of Algander. It made him much stronger, and he is sure that if an exceptional warrior was to go through this same ritual, the effects would be many times more powerful.
Uh-huh. So it looks like I'm going off looking for outlandish ingredients again. But hey, if it's for a good cause...
The knight has prepared a list. His friend must now search for all the ingredients written on it.
I'm on it.
Ah! What the hell is that? Guards! Guards!
Calm down, Smithy. I'm on your side.
Our side? With a face like that? You think I'm stupid? Guards!
Fool. If I had wished him ill, his bones would he now be crackling over the flames.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I heard you managed to get back my equipment from the forge. I can't believe it. Do you have the hammer?
There is a creature in the city that I have to face and absorb. If you can't understand that, then I guess it's time I took over your place.
You wouldn't dare. You don't stand a chance against me.
Really? Then by the laws of the Freeborn Blades, I challenge you for the leadership of this company.
Very well. If that's what you want, come and get some. I'm done with giving away free gifts.
Do not heed the words of this witch! If you do not open the bridge, all our soldiers will die, and this war will be over. I do not believe you even have need of this misshapen beast's supposed power. This evil whore is twisting your mind. She wishes to weaken us. From the beginning, she has been hiding something from us, and it will go ill for you if you trust her.
Really? I would have hoped for a little more affection from someone who spies on me when I bathe.
Edwin is right. There's nothing we can do to save those elves. Whereas we may never get another chance to attack an unprotected concubine.
Why, you... traitor! I know not if this is your idea or that demon in you, but you are worth no more than this dead living scum.
Calm yourself, Relmar. Open your eyes. This is our only chance.
Shut your mouth, witch! It is you that has turned his head, and I shall hold you to account for every one of my lost brothers.
So, did I lie?
Not this time, wench.
Why does it not surprise me to find you behind all this?
My Lord Blackfrost.
I'm happy to see you have survived your exile. I knew you would come to appreciate the real value of your chance to rediscover a simple life. The life of an ordinary human. And, oh, what a charming dress. Completely your style. It suits you wonderfully.
I know. You, however, do not look quite so well. Why the mask?
Oh, you know, there was a sort of sudden power cut. As though someone had siphoned off the remaining fire from the world heart. It left a few marks. Our poor Crystal is particularly upset. But I imagine you know all about that, my dear White Lady. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just white now, isn't it?
Know about what? That the whore Crystal is upset? Truly I did not know, but I confess the news delights me. Be assured, this is just the beginning, my dear, dear traitor. You will soon be much sadder than she is.
Ah, women. So ungrateful. I would have been so much wiser to make you into one of my concubines. But, hey, it's never too late. You owe me one after all. And I have missed you so much. Hey, I hate to interrupt your 2-hour romantic reunion, but I'm losing the will to live over here. I didn't become a mercenary so I could listen to a lover's quarrel. You little upstart. When you think you're ready to face me, come to my domain. We will finish this once and for all. Oh, if you need directions, ask your charming friend. She knows the place well. I suppose that could have gone even worse.
Yes, he could have slain you with ease, if that's what you mean.
And turned you into a zombie sex toy. Why do you think he didn't do it?
Indeed, it is troubling. We must believe he is interested in you. I imagine he seeks a way to seize the power that drives you. Doubtless he hopes to use it to rule the other Ice Lords, or destroy them.
After all, that's what you do, right, my White Lady? Or maybe that's what you've been planning ever since we met.
I have nothing to do with them. You heard what he said. They exiled me, cast me out, unprotected into the wild, after having stripped me of all my powers.
All the more reason to try and get mine.
Don't be so foolish. If I was able to do such a thing, I would have done it long ago.
Great. That's reassuring.
Take it as you please. But you are my only hope of taking revenge on the Ice Lords, even if it's not by my hand. We're on the same side.
We'll talk about it later. We shouldn't hang around here. Any idea where Relmar went?
Probably gone to be with his own kind, what few still breathe.
Huh. I guess he felt that leaving his brothers was a betrayal.
In any case, it would be better for us to avoid meeting any elves on the way back to the camp. That fool has probably told them all his version.
We'll gather up the blades and get out of this place. There's nothing left for us here at Carolthas.
Thou drawest near. I do feel it.
And Blackfrost awaits us. It is his trap.
The Necromancer craves our power for himself alone. He will not have warned the others of our approach. His trap and his greed will be his undoing.
I am still not powerful enough.
But thou wilt so become. The domain is peopled by superior creatures that are bathed in the energy of the World Heart. Our energy. Once there, thou wilt know what to do. But be swift. I cannot long endure. Thou must concentrate upon these creatures, and waste not thy time with the others.
I will return to the World Heart when I'm ready. This Necromancer is an obstacle that cannot be ignored.
No! I have had enough of this prison, of this sacrilege, of this servitude! How dare thee leave me thus? Thou art no better than they!
Wake up, Vulcan. This is not the moment.
The feeling grows stronger. I believe I recognize the magical signature of an artifact. This is not a creature.
With all these stiffs in the way, we can't go any farther for the moment. We need to find the source of all these deaths. Maybe it has something to do with the artifact.
I recognize this corrupting magic. It promotes the creation of new troops for the Deadwalker army.
I can feel it, but it doesn't seem to be everywhere.
Certain zones are probably unaffected. Blackfrost uses them to keep his prisoners in good condition while waiting for their conversion.
Charming. He keeps the meat chilled. I'm guessing that's why his soldiers are tougher than the others.
Exactly. And that is exactly why you are going to have to reach the palace without me. I have no intention of ending up like those miserable creatures. You have the energy of the World Heart within you. I doubt whether the magic can have any real effect on you, but it is different for the rest of us. We must try to avoid zones permeated with corruption.
I understand. Let's go and find Mathras. He might have found out something useful.
By the gods, that appearance. It's terrifying. The face of destruction itself.
You do remember I'm standing right here, don't you?
I'm happy to see that you are still alive. I wish I could say the same for your companions.
Any idea what the source of power in the sewers might be?
I think it must be a relic. Something very ancient and powerful.
How is it that Blackfrost hasn't gotten a hold of it?
Either the object is too well defended, or it is actually harmful to him, which could be to your advantage.
Do you think that the elves might have made it?
It's probable. This place was once an elven town where lived many sages and seekers, more or less the counterparts of your red scribes, but with much pointier ears. It's highly possible that they discovered or created this source of power. I believe it might have some kind of connection with the World Heart.
I like not thy friend, but I must admit, she has a gift for arousing my curiosity.
Ah, our favorite traitor. So happy to see you again, Vulcan. You certainly took your time getting here.
Ralmar and Prince Aradal. I was sure the Deadwalkers got you both at Carolthas.
Yes, luckily for us, we weren't depending on you to get us out of there. Unlike all of those elves that you left to die.
I didn't have a choice. I had to get here as fast as possible. I need to get into the World Heart.
You did have a choice, and you chose for the worst. You sacrificed my people and even your own brother mercenaries. How could you have allowed it?
That battle was already lost, and you knew it perfectly well. So spare me your saliva, sire.
You could have been the difference. If only you had wanted to. But look at you. You're no longer even human. You've become this thing.
We can't let you get away with it. For the memory of our brothers, for Vertiel, we must stop you.
You're out of your mind.
Such a waste.
What's the point of wearing myself out to make this talisman for you? We may as well just surrender. You aren't even human anymore. What kind of decisions can we expect a creature like you to make?
So you think that the only thing that counts is my appearance? You forget what I am, and the powers I have. Power that has let us take down several key pieces of the Ice Lord's game. I'm sure Black Frost is quivering in his tracks at the idea of seeing me show up at his place. But to do that, I have to be able to make progress. And to do that...
I don't understand how you can be so calm with everything that's happening to us. You're right. I'll make the talisman for you. But you should speak to Mathras.
I could come with you. I may not be the most powerful being among us, but I do know how to make myself useful. You can trust me to help.
You are more than qualified to help me, Sybil. I have no doubts about that.
This will give me a chance to repay my debt to you. What's more, I want to get some payback on that evil creature.
It's too dangerous. I'd rather you stayed here.
Oh, now you sound just like my father. Fine. Go and play the big hero without me.
Having some magic to back you up will help against these creatures, and I know their ways all too well.
Okay then. Since you seem so desperate to come, I'll take you. Your experience will be welcome.
Soon, poor Black Frost is going to have to resort to using his hand at night.
Ooh, still jealous.
Don't be a fool. Let's go.
We can cross that off the list. That little bitch won't be ruining the sewers with a rotting waste anymore.
We should go back and try and find that source of magic that I sensed before.
Why not? If it's not all blocked up with bodies, we should be able to clear a path.
According to these inscriptions, we need to combine fire and ice in order to free the power of the artifact.
I can think of an effective and maybe even fun way to combine those elements.
The idea pleases me. It's just a shame that it took a magical artifact to get you in the mood.
You are mine. You belong to me.
In your dreams, I am Lord Blackfrost's #1 concubine. I belong to no one but him.
I will present him with thy insectoid carcass after I have picked my teeth with thy dainty feet. It is thy power that doth interest me. My power. that which thy master hath stolen from me.
You think you will defeat me because you bested my daughters? I should thank you for getting rid of those harlots by offering you a quick and painless death. But unfortunately for you, my Lord Blackfrost has other plans where you are concerned.
Guardian was watching this stairway. Is Blackfrost up there?
Yes. This stairway leads to his palace. Once we go up there, there will be no turning back.
Ready to take your revenge?
Yes. I have a score to settle with Blackfrost, but there is more at stake than just revenge. My experiences with you have opened my eyes to new perspectives. We cannot allow the Ice Lords to be victorious. If we cross paths with Blackfrost along the way, that will simply be an agreeable coincidence.
What's waiting for us up there?
Expect the unexpected. Blackfrost is wicked and a coward. He will do everything in his power to avoid a fight that is honorable. His favorite thing in the world is to play with the minds of his adversaries. He will try to affect your thoughts or those of your companions.
What do you mean, no turning back?
Blackfrost is a powerful being, more powerful than you could possibly imagine. His magic allows him to defy the very laws of space and time. At the top of these steps, you will not truly be in the palace of an ancient elf city. This place is everywhere and nowhere all at once, but it is also his point of entry into the world heart. Once inside, it will be impossible for us to return here without using magic so powerful that I'm afraid it exceeds even my current abilities. Give me a sign when you are ready.
Ah, my new protege. So happy you could make it. You took your time about it, but I can see that you've made some real progress. Yes, yes, you have.
Yeah, well, your concubines won't be progressing anywhere ever. From now on, you're on your own, and there's no escape.
Well, that was never my intention. I am in my realm here. You and your companions are my guests. Oh, it seems that you too have lost some friends along the way. How very sad. More than most, I know how fragile a friendly alliance can be. Isn't that so, White Lady? Yet it seems destiny has reunited us once again. Oh, what a delicious irony.
I'll be savoring the delicious irony of your protege humiliating and destroying you right before my eyes. Now you know why I'm here.
My dear lady, it is useless to lie to me, and you know it. You are here because you want the same thing I do. For the moment, you do not have the power, but I know that you will leap for it at the slightest opportunity. I have missed you, you know. Once I have extracted what interests me from the corpse of your friend, I will make you my new #1 concubine. But don't you worry. Crystal and the Ice Duchess will be joining you very soon. Not even Black Storm will dare to oppose me now.
Look, I've about had it with both of you monsters. Blackfrost, sorry, but the time has come for me to shut you up for good.
And it is I who will extract what belongs to me from thy dead carcass. You are come.
I said I would come.
But thou hast taken thy time. When thou didst flee, leaving me here, at the mercy of these sorcerers, what didst thou think would become of me? Didst thou e'en take time to think? I did not lie to thee. I had no choice. I had to seize this chance to escape and find a way to fight back, lest we be enslaved here for all eternity. Eternity? Dost thou know how slow the hours pass when thou art the prey of 6 humans, consumed by their lust for power and vengeance? I know this as well as thee. Thou dost not. Thou knowest nothing. I too made use of the confusion. I riposted. I struck back at them, weakened them. But thou hast abandoned me to them. But now I am returned, and together we will crush them. Is't true? Thou art returned.
Here we are, the World Heart. I'm gonna guess that this is not the first time you've been here.
That is true. It is here that the White Lady was born. But that is of no importance. You are weak, inconsistent, hesitant. The World Heart will overwhelm you and destroy.
But can't you help me? What should I do with these spears? Or the demon?
Pull out the spears and the Ice Lords lose all of their powers. On the other hand, nothing says you have to pull them out. The White Lady could rule over Vertial with you at her side.
The flame will burn bright anew, and the necromancers will be the first into the fire. I have traveled this world and lived amongst its peoples, its elves, its humans, and I have witnessed the truth of their ilk. Vanquishing the necromancers will not suffice for them. Others will return to enslave the power of the World Heart once more. There is but one remedy, one sentence that must be passed.
No. They will have learned their lesson. They'll be able to make a fresh start.
Their world must be destroyed with flame.
No, please. Give them a chance. Think of those who helped us. We cannot condemn all of humanity.
In what way is that of concern to us? We are no longer human.
We don't need to go that far. All we need is to remove these spears and the necromancers will be left powerless.
As powerless as when they enslaved the World Heart? No, it will not suffice. They must be annihilated.
I'll track them down. The Deadwalkers will be gone. The survivors will have a chance and Vertiel will be rebuilt, little by little.
Little by little? It would take centuries, nay thousands of years for thy world to rebuild its energy. The World Heart hath not been remade whole. Thou must permit me to rejoin with mine other half.
So that you can take over and burn Vertiel? No thanks. I am the most powerful being in the 2 worlds. I have got responsibilities.
Thou wouldst use me to reign over them, as did the necromancers. How long dost thou imagine that I shall allow thee to use me in this way?
I don't know, but you better get used to it. You were the one talking about centuries and thousands of years before our worlds can be rebuilt. And I plan on being right there to keep an eye on them. Meanwhile, do me a favor and let me enjoy this victory in silence. Do you mind?